welcome to the White Coat Ceremony for the class of 2025. My name is Dr. Fraser Horn, and I have the honor of being Dean for Pacific University College of Optometry. In addition, I have the fun task of being the MC for today's ceremony. It's truly a pleasure to have you here. This is such a special day where we get to celebrate these students' entrance to patient care and the halfway point in their optometric education career. It is an exciting celebration, and we are so happy to have everyone here in person and online. By the way, I will make little mistakes like, you can all sit down, right? That's awesome. So it's formal, but we like to joke around a little. So before we begin, I do want to thank the amazing staff that helped put on today's ceremony: Sarah Feigl, Lena Armstrong, Mickey Buckingham, Alex Steele, Nora Garfias, Alicia Newman, Estelle Wong, Dr. Yu Chi Tai, Dale McGill, the MAPS crew, and our student volunteers, and the rest of the staff who are helping with this. Thank you. I also want to recognize our faculty who are present here today. Will you please stand? Woo! I also want to recognize a member of our President's Council, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Provost Ann Barr Gillespie. And then I also want to recognize an undergrad, someone I graduated with undergrad with, and she is, did she make it in? Did they make it in? Oh, good, okay. Dr. J.C. Whitehead, who is the Dean of the College of Arts and Science. So thank you for being here. Oh, there you are. It's always nice to have a fellow dean show up to a college that isn't yours, so thank you, that means a lot. To any alumni in the audience, we welcome you back home. We are so grateful to have you here. We know that many of you have traveled far and wide. For example, we have Dr. Stephen Taylor and Mary Lou Newbold from Victoria, BC. We have people from all over the North America, so just thank you so much for being here and welcome back. We're going to be clapping a lot today. That's good. This is your arm workout. So, in addition, I want to recognize our community, professional, and industry partners who are in attendance today. Specifically, we have Jeff Knapp, Executive Director of the Oregon Optometric Physicians Association. Thank you, Jeff. Finally, the students would not be here without their support system. Whether you are here in person or online, we know that the students are here due to the love and support of their partners, children, parents, family, friends, staff, faculty, patients, and even their pets. So thank you so much for your support. I now have the pleasure and honor to welcome a very important individual to the podium. The President of the University is an alumna, former faculty member, former Associate Dean of Academic Programs, and former Dean of the College of Optometry. After a few-year stint in California, she decided to return as the president of Pacific University, and I can tell you we are so grateful for you to be back. I am humbled to call her a friend, and I am so excited to have her here in celebration of all of you. Please join me in welcoming to the podium President Jennifer Coyle.
What an honor it is to be here and formally say congratulations to the class of 2025 on behalf of your entire university. So as I stand before you all as your president, I'd like to begin by honoring and recognizing the people whose land we stand on, that I learned on, worked on, and now lead on. Let us acknowledge the people of the Opfolity bands of the Kalapuyas, also known as Tualatin, who are part of the Confederated Tribes of Grand Ronde. We appreciate and express gratitude to the ancestors and their descendants, past, present, and future. May we honor their history, reflect on their continued connection to this land and water, and embrace the rich experiences and practices of all Indigenous people in our Pacific communities. You may not know, Pacific University was actually founded in 1849. We started as a school for orphans on the Oregon Trail and also for children that were left behind when widower fathers ran south in the height of the gold rush. Our mission at Pacific has always been to provide access to education, and since we began adding our beloved healthcare professions, starting with our College of Optometry in 1945, we expanded our aims to also include the provision of access to healthcare. This college that we're here to celebrate with today embodies the full promise of our mission, which is to inspire our students, all of you here, to think, care, create, and pursue justice in our world. Thank you, Dean Horn. I'm so proud of you. And the faculty, all of you I'm equally proud of, for your dedication to these students' success and for your expanding the sphere of influence of our university. I personally do know how significant this moment is for each and every one of you on the stage and all of you in the audience, because not only am I an optometrist, but I'm the mother of an optometrist. So I know how special the white coat ceremony is. In fact, more people come to this than commencement, believe it or not. And there is a section in the Hallmark store for white coats, so if you haven't shopped yet, you still can do that. So let me give you some secret insight into what else these coats mean. They give you superpowers. Now you're an eye care provider and you're a healer. Well, soon, as soon as you put them on. And think of all the things we can keep and pull out of these pockets. Occluders, near-point cards, finger puppets, scratchy Kleenex, Kim wipes, and some stale Altoids whenever you need one. They give you also the gift of time, because once you don this, from now on, you only have to iron the front of your shirt. To the parents and family members in the audience, thank you for your support. Since these students are you're halfway through your program, and perhaps they're a little bit weary, you've probably heard a little bit about it in the recent weeks. They just had the most brutal semester of optometry school. Now's the perfect time for each and every one of you to be here and inject some love into their lives. And they probably wouldn't be upset if you took them to Costco and filled up their refrigerators, or perhaps took them to Woodburn and hit the outlet malls for some clinic attire. You can only wear scrubs so many days. I know that all of you have a special bond as members of the profession of optometry. I know that personally, but I also want you to know how delighted I am that you also are now forever bonded as part of the Pacific family. We are very much a community that cares, a community that rolls up our shirt or our white coat or our scrub sleeves to promote health equity. We're also a community that takes care of each other. I'm here too to support you in every way I can. The leis that I wear were given to me over the years by families at optometry white coat ceremonies, and I've made a tradition to continue to wear them proudly so that I can always keep my extended family close. It's what we mean by the spirit of Boxer Ohana, or our Boxer family. Although I absolutely adore this special ceremony and all that it means in your journey of becoming a doctor of optometry, I'm more excited for when you all get together again and you'll be in this room for that next big one, when you're gonna walk across the stage at graduation and I get to say, okay now, doctor, go follow your bliss. Thank you for letting me be a part of this special day. It's truly an honor, Dean Horn. And congratulations, everyone.
Thank you, President Coyle. Before I introduce your keynote speaker, I'm going to talk about a little assessment that occurred a few weeks ago that you all went through in the clinical lanes. And that was the Clinical Skills Proficiency Exam. Many of you may have heard about the little bit of stress that your loved ones had. I had the opportunity to evaluate 3 of the students here today, and I was so impressed. And so when I think about what do I want to talk about, that instantly came to the top of my list because they just did such a great job. Were there some errors that were made? Yes. However, the way that these students kept their composure, adjusted, and overcame those mistakes was awesome. It reminds me of a quote that I don't think has an attributable author, but I heard it when I was watching Netflix Full Swing. Winners are losers who never give up. While I would not classify any of these students as losers, there were moments that they could have let a minor error impact the rest of the clinical exam. However, they kept going and overcame the issues at hand. This mentality is going to be critical for you all as you enter clinic. Please know that we are all here to help you throughout your time in clinic, and we look forward to seeing you all overcome the challenges that come your way. So speaking of winners, you are now going to hear from someone that you all voted to provide the keynote address. He was my faculty mentor when I started in academia and is a talented optometrist who is passionate about ocular disease. He approaches his patients and students in a similar manner, full of love and with a smile. He has helped our program through the pandemic by leading our contingency task force. He also continues to make a difference in his continued quest for more knowledge, often around laser procedures, glaucoma, and other ocular diseases. Outside of optometry, he has a passion for music, theater, accents, food, and certain beverages. He and his wife, his amazing wife, are an incredible duo who support our program and our profession. So without further ado, I'd like to invite a distinguished professor and a wonderful friend, Dr. Lauren Yudkovich.
Thank you, Dean Horn. Appreciate that. And I just want to say, you look amazing today. So make sure you dress like this every day in class, okay? But that means I have to dress up too, so I don't know about that. But yeah, and thank you for the card, by the way. Appreciate that. I'm not going to open it because I don't want to cry at the podium. So, well, let's do this. Welcome, class of 2025. Friends and family, to a very special occasion today. To the soon-to-be optometric interns sitting here and recognized, well done. You have arrived during the throes of the pandemic, learning under unprecedented circumstances. I've had the great honor serving as one of your professors since your first year of optometry school, and I, as my fellow professors, friends, and family here today and here in spirit, are very proud of you. Well, you've given me the great honor to be able to speak with you on this important milestone in your optometric career today, the white coat ceremony. The white coat is an important symbol of your role as a healthcare provider, a healer. Now, think of that for a moment. As you wear the symbol of healing, you are transformed, not merely in your appearance, but how you decide to do the very best you can do for your patients, your community, and your profession. It's amazing to think that less than 2 years ago, you began your optometric studies here at Pacific University, wide-eyed, excited, perhaps a little nervous, yet eager to learn everything you could about the eyes and the visual system. And now here you are on the threshold of finally applying everything you've learned. And as I look at you now, I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, it's frightening. And when I say frightening, I say it in the most positive way possible. I am in awe of the information you have learned at this point. It is scary. You've learned more about vision in the eyes within these last 2 years than more than 99.9999% of the planet's population. I did the math. That's not something to take lightly. Your knowledge is powerful. Apply your new power to carry you to the greatest benefit of your patients. Your knowledge can recognize when a child's learning difficulties are related to their eyes focusing or teaming problems, and then help them towards seeing and learning better. Your knowledge can help you decide on which eye drop medication would best save someone's grandparent from going blind. Your knowledge can identify retinal signs of diabetes in a person who didn't know they had diabetes, preventing a potentially early death. So yes, it is scary in a very good way. Respect the financial investment, hard work, and dedication you have committed up to this point in your career, and never take the important services that you render for granted. Be confident in yourself and the knowledge you have gained, and you will succeed. Connected with your gained knowledge is your responsibility of self-motivation in studying and reviewing information for the betterment of our patients and ourselves. As the saying goes, it ain't rare if it's in your chair, and nothing beats learning from practical experience. Will you make mistakes? Certainly. Do these mistakes teach you? Absolutely. Knowledge also means you have confidence in not knowing everything, and that you're as honest and forthright with your patients about this as to those with whom you have no problems in what the diagnosis and treatment is. Honesty and accountability are key components of being not just a responsible clinician, but a responsible person. Along with this knowledge, you've gained the skills to provide safe and effective care for your patients. Starting Monday, your name will be called to greet and examine patients. You are now truly in the trust of the public, and the safety and care of the public is your responsibility. As the Hippocratic Oath recited in medical school states, prima non nocere, above all, do no harm, so does this apply to us. In all situations, patient comfort, both physically and mentally, is our examination responsibility. Our skills also reflect on how we participate in the profession. It's pleasing to know how many of you play an active role in organized optometry, from the classroom to international level. I'm also pleased with those of you who've contributed your skills for even a small amount in the limited time you may have. These things are important. As you wear the white coat, that symbol of healing, think about what qualities you want to bring to this great profession. Regardless of what mode of practice you pursue and professional activities you engage in, what matters is the earnestness of your character, and that earnestness is reflected in what positive aspects and abilities you can bring to your chosen field. So your knowledge and skills here are important to that end. Which brings me to the final element you need to remember: compassion. In your new clinical role, compassion for our patient is top priority. Yes, there will be some patients who test your patients, difficult toddlers in the chair, someone with a complex disease, frustrating spectacle or contact lens problems, or those with just plain difficult personalities. You never see those at all. But we must treat them, all of them, with the greatest courtesy and professionalism we can. This also applies to other people we interact with, friends and relatives of our patients, other professionals that we communicate with, your fellow classmates, the staff and doctors, all with varied ideas, opinions, and approaches to patient care. Mutual respect comes from keeping an open mind with whom you will interact with and learn so much from. I believe that everyone is a book that is never fully read, and so many people carry a heavy burden within the pages of their book, even by many of us here today. Understand that your patient's health-related, financial, and domestic situation may be bringing them down. Strive towards bringing people up in your care of them. We should connect with our patients and work towards making them feel better after they leave our care. Sometimes you'll have to give bad news to someone. They have glaucoma, macular degeneration, or some other incurable or serious disease. But give this information in a sincere way that respects them as a whole person. You've been the educated ones for the last 2 years. Now you will be the educator for your patients. I've come to learn that good communication and patient education go a long way in having people trust and respect you as a compassionate healthcare provider. You are a unique class. From the very first day of your school, with learning information to take you to the clinical level of patient care, you showed an overall positivity and adaptability that was amazing. The collaboration and communication between each of you, seen in class, labs, and clubs, shows how much you care for others. Most of all, you are brave. That bravery will take you very far. The symbol of the white coat really serves as showing that you're seen as a pillar of the community. With all of the education that you've gained, you have gained power. But remember what a wise person once said? With great power comes great responsibility. Could have done Yoda, but I did Ben Kenobi, so. Okay. We know that each of you show a high amount of responsibility. And myself, along with the faculty, administrators, and staff in our college, are looking forward to working with you in the most responsible manner possible. I'd like to finish today by thanking the many friends and family who are both here today and in spirit to celebrate and support your loved one's noble endeavor in this wonderful profession of optometry. While patients may come first on a professional level, family and loved ones always come first on a personal level. Your love and commitment to that optometry student, soon to be optometry intern as of today, means so much and will be reflected in the love and commitment that they give back to you, as well as the quality of care that they give their patients. We here at the College of Optometry greatly appreciate your support for our students. So, to the class of 2025, you have shown your bravery. and you are truly deserving of this moment. Thank you very much, and congratulations.
Thank you, Dr. Yakovich. I knew he would bring out an accent at some point in time, right? So it is now the time that we've all been waiting for. We have the opportunity to present the coats to the class of 2025. I'd like to introduce to you Interim Associate Dean of Clinical Programs, Dr. Bill Hefner, who will don your white coat. We also have Faculty Chair Dr. Scott Cooper, who will read your names, and Director of Pacific Eye Clinic of Portland, Dr. Scott Clemens, who will make sure that you get the correct coat. Right? We don't want to mix up names. So for families, while this is, a fairly formal event, feel free to cheer your loved one on and cheer even those that are friends of your loved ones. We totally welcome that. So, you ready? All right. Okay, let the front row stand. Now?
So it appears nobody's told you that the front row can now stand. They also didn't tell me that maybe I should tell you that. So either way, we're on a roll, folks. So here we go. Noor Abu Haltam. Amanda Ackerson. Priya Otwal. Munraj Bajwa. Ryan Bednarchik. Alyssa Beaver. Emily Bittman. Kayla Calaboso. Karma Castro. Suze Chow. Alexander Cheslock. Holly Childs. Alyssa Chow. Colleen Culbertson. Jennifer Coutinho. Riley Donovan. Mika DeFreitas. Kelsey DeCampos Steriker. Miranda Dusek. Emily Edwards. Madeline Ellis. Samantha Feng. Kobe Flagg. Michaela Frost. Jordan Garcia. Regan Gullickson. Camilla Hackmeister. Tyson Hancock. Christopher Hare. Slayton Hargraves. David Johnson. Pola Kalinowski. Manit Kang. Taylor Kerr. Word Majid Kader. Jennifer Croyd. Samantha Lay. T. Lay. Alisa Lee. Joseph Lim. Meg Mai Marie Luther. Anna McKenzie. Gurdas Man. Germany Man. Olivia Marlowe. Noah McGough. Hillary Merritt. Leah Moran. Gabby Nguyen. Mimi Nguyen. Tavleen Oberoi. Jordan Olson Merrick. Lena Panich. Jake Parnham. Michelle Paul. Rebecca Rustan. Safa Salman. Michael San Diego. Simrit Sandhu. Simran Sangha. Evan Schrader. Megan Sufert. Manraj Sidhu. Michael Sims. Gabriella Stein. Kelsey Trumier. Rianne Van Spangen. Tina Vuong. Anna Wisdom. Irene Yang. Brenna Yeschushin. Samuel Yoon. Selena Zan. Always remember to check select print area before printing.
Dr. Cooper is the master of the dramatic pause, so that's, yeah. Well, let's hear it for the class of 2025. Congratulations. So with the responsibility associated with the white coat, we have the duty of saying the optometric oath together. I welcome the class of 2025 to stand and recite the oath with me. I also welcome any optometric physicians if you'd like to stand up and recite the oath that is in your program. Good. Yeah, this is the audience participation part. It's kind of fun. All right, so please join me. With full deliberation, I freely and solemnly pledge that I will practice the art and science of optometry faithfully and conscientiously and to the fullest scope of my competence. I will uphold and honorably promote, by example and action, the highest standards, ethics, and ideals of my chosen profession and the honor of the degree Doctor of Optometry. I will provide professional care for those who seek my services with concern, with compassion, and with due regard for the human rights and dignity. I will place the treatment of those who seek my care above personal gain and strive to see that none shall lack for proper care. I will hold as privileged and inviolable all information entrusted to me in confidence by my patients. I will advise my patients fully and honestly of all which may serve to restore, maintain, or enhance their vision and general health. I will strive continuously to broaden my knowledge and skills so that my patients may benefit from all new and efficacious means
to enhance the care of human vision. I will share information cordially and unselfishly with my fellow optometrists and other professionals for the benefit of patients and the advancement of human knowledge and welfare. I will do my utmost to serve my community, my country, and humankind as a citizen as well as an optometrist. I hereby commit myself to be steadfast in the performance of this oath and obligation. Thank you. Yeah, you may be seated. You're good. So as much as on stage you may have thought you weren't in sync, that's way better than when we did this on Zoom. So that was rough. So I've got to say, you all look spectacular. This is good. You have a good look going into Monday. You're all set. So now, some of you may not realize that the profession of optometry is a legislative profession. This means that we must go to our state or provincial legislators in order to educate and help our elected officials understand what we do in ways to improve care for the betterment of the citizens in our state and or province. In addition to legislation, our state and provincial associations provide support in various ways, whether that is education, collaboration, and most importantly, developing a sense of community. We have an amazing state association called the Oregon Optometric Physician Association. Our partnership has provided so many opportunities to collaborate. One of the collaborations is an annual scholarship. For our ceremony today, we have the Executive Director of UPA who will present this award. Please join me in welcoming Jeff Knapp.
About this award, it was created 4 years ago, and it's awarded to students at the end of their second or beginning of their third year. Recipients must be Oregon residents, student members of UPA, and upon graduation intend to practice right here in the great state of Oregon. So this year's scholarship winner is somewhat of an enigma. It seems that she is 3D, AI, because she always seems to be in several places at the same time, always carrying a smile and filled with boundless energy. This year's scholarship winner is somewhat of a greater than student. She is just so involved with so many different activities, it's just remarkable. A transplant from Florida, the Sunshine State, and we're hoping that somehow we're gonna have a little of that brought our way. She originally saw her future in the arts, obtaining a bachelor's degree in architectural studies and dance. A chance career move after graduation saw her working as a manager and apprentice optician in an optometric practice where she quickly became enamored with the field of optometry. Her passion for optometry directly stems from improving access to vision and medical eye care, especially in underserved communities, since she sees access to care as access to better opportunities for patients. She is highly active, and I can say that from experience, within the school community, serving as the class of 2025 Vice President, Eyeglass Coordinator for Amigos Eye Care Organization, Screening and Outreach Coordinator for NOSA, and as a teaching assistant for multiple courses within the College of Optometry. In addition, as the Pacific Practice Management Group President, she has worked closely with both the Oregon Optometric Physicians Association, otherwise known as UPA, and the Optometric Physicians of Washington to organize informational and networking events and to raise awareness for student advocacy within this profession. Relating to this work, she was recently named the 2023 UPA Student of the Year. In her free time, she enjoys photography, hiking, and volunteering with OHSU's Casey Eye Institute. After graduation, she plans to pursue a residency with Indian Health Services before returning to Oregon and continuing her work advocating for patients and the profession. In addition to seeing patients, she hopes to pursue a master's in public health to assist with future legislation improving access to vision care and eventually hopes to rejoin academia as a professor. Please join me in congratulating the 2023 winner of the Oregon Optometric Physicians Association Endowed Scholarship, Ms. Megan Seufert.
I just want to thank my parents. Hey guys.
Thank you. And if any of you are interested in the networking opportunities through our organization, feel free to ask Megan or Dr. Hefner. Thank you for having me, and congratulations. You all look fantastic.
Thank you, Jeff. So our next speaker is someone who also has a passion, huge passion for education. In fact, taking on the role he has, he made it clear that he wanted to maintain a role in the classrooms due to this passion. And I'm going to keep this intro fairly short because last time I did this, I made a fool of myself. So, which maybe that's what I'm doing anyway. So he is an alumnus of Pacific University who has a deep love for his family running in the University of Kansas. He even has a little bit of an admiration for the Portland Timbers, I'm thinking. No? Okay. Every time I try. So please join me in welcoming Dr. Bill Hefner.
Yeah, you can keep trying. I don't think it's going to happen. Not anytime soon. Good morning, President Coyle, Provost Barr Gillespie, Dean Horn, distinguished guests, staff, faculty, friends, family, and most importantly, the class of 2025. On behalf of the faculty and staff of Pacific University College of Optometry, let me be the first to officially welcome you to Clinic. This morning, you've already had a few words of wisdom from our president, Dr. Coyle, our dean, Dr. Horn, and a wonderful keynote from our friend, colleague, and peer, Dr. Yetkovich. So what on earth could I possibly share that could prepare you any more for your first day of clinic than what you've already had? Nothing. Nada. Zip, zilch. I don't have anything. I'm sure most of you are shocked since, I'm almost never at a loss of words, and I always have some dime store advice that I'm willing to share with you. But don't fret, true to form, I've got a tangent that I'd like to take you down, and a tangent that I hope you'll spend the rest of your lives considering. I'd like for all of you, you included, to close your eyes for a moment. Just for a moment. And when I say the word hero, what image comes to mind? You can open your eyes. For most of you, I suspect you saw a superhero, Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, or my personal favorite, Captain America. Others of you may have seen a police officer, a firefighter, a doctor, or perhaps a world leader. Still others may have seen a loved one. I know I did. Let me share a story with you. On August 22nd, 1944, a dog-faced, war-weary 26-year-old from the Midwest earned our nation's third highest military honor for valor in combat, the Silver Star, for his actions near the town of Montargis, France. As the Allied forces were sweeping across France after landing in Normandy in June of 1944, this young man's platoon was pinned down by Nazi forces while attempting to cross a bridge over a canal. Seeing the perilous position of the 20 or so men that he was leading, and at great personal risk, he swam across the canal in direct sight of the enemy and under heavy machine gun fire, reaching the other side, finding cover under the underbrush near their emplacement. Without regard for his own safety, he lobbed several grenades into the enemy bunker, destroying their position and securing the safety of his men. This young man was my grandfather. In that moment, in that far-off place, My grandfather made a decision to put his own safety and personal needs secondary to the men for whom he was responsible, and in so doing, altered the course of their lives and the lives of generations of their family to come. So, why did I choose to share this story on the eve of your first day in clinic? What on earth could this possibly have to do with all of you donning your white coats today? Well, I chose this story because there are elements that spur us to ask the question, what makes us a hero? What makes a hero a hero? Is it fighting for the good, fighting the good fight against insurmountable odds like my grandfather, or is it doing the right thing in spite of personal discomfort or self-sacrifice? Is it giving more of yourself than is wise or advisable? Is it caring fearlessly about your fellow man? I would venture to guess that all of us answered those questions with a resounding yes. In my humble opinion, being a hero doesn't require someone to be faster than a speeding bullet, although it would be super nice if you all were that fast with your refractions next week. That's the message from the faculty to you all. Or able to leap tall buildings in a single bound, or run into a burning building, or throw oneself on a grenade, or making decisions that impact the world. In fact, I would propose that while some heroes are indeed forged in the fires of tremendous hardship and at great personal risk, the majority of heroes aren't heroes because of their seemingly superhuman actions or their larger-than-life personas, but rather for two simple reasons. One, they put the needs of others before their own needs. And two, they give others hope. Now, don't get a big head. But believe it or not, all of you are already someone else's hero. All of you are already someone else's hero. Perhaps it's your parents or grandparents. Maybe it's a sibling. Maybe it's a kid you've tutored or mentored or coached. Maybe it's your own kid. Or maybe it's a classmate that you've spent extra time with to make sure that they were ready for the proficiency or the exam that you were about to take. Somewhere along the way, you've touched someone's life in a profound way, and in so doing, you've become a hero to them. Now, they may not say it, or in the case of a sibling, they will never admit it. But trust me, the sentiment, spoken or unspoken, is there. Through your random and in some cases intentional acts of selflessness, you've given these people hope. Hope that their sorrow will fade, hope that their pain will heal, hope that their trials and tribulations will come to pass, hope that their self-doubts and imposter syndrome are ill-founded, hope that tomorrow will be a little better than today, and that our world will be a better, more kind place in which to live. And guess what? Whether you want to be a hero or not, your hero status is going to continue to grow as you don your white coats and begin caring for patients in earnest as a doctor. After all, by our very nature, the job of a doctor is to put the needs of our patients first and foremost, to subjugate our own personal wants or needs to theirs. You're becoming a doctor, and in so doing, you've chosen a life of service to others. Those seeking your care are coming to you because of the trust and respect the title doctor has earned through the millennia. Your patients will look to you expectantly for a glimmer of hope about their condition. Hope that their disease process will slow or that their eyesight can be improved. Hope that you can make their lives better through the application of your talents, training, and the gift of your intellect. Sometimes you'll deliver and be the hero by giving them the hope and reassurance that they're so desperately seeking. Other times, you'll fall short of the mark. Hero or not, your duty will remain the same. You must always place the needs of others before your own. I know this may seem a bit overwhelming right now, given the fact that you literally just got your white coats. No pressure. But I and all of the people in this auditorium today know that you have it within you to rise to the occasion. The great Russian novelist and political activist Fyodor Dostoevsky once said, "To live without hope is to cease to live." As you join us in clinic next week, never forget the power of hope you bring to so many as a doctor. Your kindness, your humility, your compassion and empathy, your thousands of selfless acts, all will serve as the fertile soil in which your boundless hope will grow. Harvest and share that bounty often. We're all counting on you. You're our next generation of great heroes. On behalf of the 31 clinical attendings, 27 clinical support staff, and the more than 13,000 patients you will see in the coming year, welcome to clinic. May this year and all of the years in your career be filled with meaningful moments making a difference in our world. God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Hefner. And also thank you for your grandfather's service. That's an impressive story. Finally, you all have the opportunity to hear from your classmate. Gabriella Stein has been a wonderful present for the class of 2025. Whether it has been coordinating town halls, working alongside the leaders in her class, or making sure that her class has a voice amongst the university administration, she has done an amazing job. I am excited to hear what she has to share with you all, so please join me in welcoming Gabby Stein.
Thank you, Dr. Horn. My name is Gabby Stein, and I have the amazing privilege of being the president for the class of 2025. I would like to talk to you today about a central theme on my mind, gratitude. There's a Vietnamese proverb that says, "When eating the fruit, remember who planted the tree." And I've been reflecting on this phrase lately. I personally feel an immense amount of gratitude as I stand here today, remembering the overwhelming support and encouragement I've received over the past 2 years. At Pacific, we have incredible professors whose genuine passion is teaching. They earnestly pass their knowledge on to us, their future colleagues. We are grateful for their dedication to our education, especially during the first year of optometry school when COVID still had its grip on us. We're grateful for the support staff and deans who have organized and led us as a class. We are grateful for the unwavering support and encouragement given by our families, significant others, and friends, some of whom we've had little time to talk to or see over the past 2 years. We would surely not be here today without these supporters. As we celebrate this incredible milestone, we have deep appreciation for those who have been rooting us on. As Gertrude Stein once said, silent gratitude isn't very much to anyone. So I want to express fully and directly, thank you all for being here today, and thank you for your unconditional support.
Thank you. So, we're coming to the end of the ceremony. So again, congratulations to the class of 2025. You're looking great. Thank you again for everyone who has joined us, whether it's here in person or virtually. This does conclude our formal ceremony, and we're going to do, as Dr. Coyle used to always conclude these with, we're going to do what all good families do, we're going to eat. All right, so we're going to welcome you out to our patio and have a little reception. Feel free to go out there. The class is going to join you in a little bit. So if you want a little bit of entertainment, this is the team building exercise they all get to go through. So we're going to take a picture. So it's your whiteboard picture for your class. You as a class get to move all your chairs and then get set up for the photo. This is the fun. It's a little bit of chaos, but it's kind of fun to watch. If this is going to drive you crazy, then I suggest enjoy some of the food outside. So my advice to you is to get a row of chairs for at least some people to sit on, and then, short in the front, taller in the back. You remember this. You've done this since you were kindergarten or pre-K. So on behalf of the College of Optometry, I appreciate you all for being here and celebrating such an amazing ceremony. I hope you enjoy your time celebrating with loved ones and enjoy your weekend. Thank you.